All right, first of all, awesome on the outpouring of comments yesterday because it is really useful and really appreciated. I mean, now I feel like I have the pulse of what you guys want, what you're interested in, and I know, lucid dreaming is way up there on things that people want, finance, absolutely, confidence, communication. So these are some of the apps that we're going to pay attention to once we get all of the basics of the human operating system developed and made so that you can learn them easily and effectively. Now, one of the really cool comments that came in was from Daryl, and he said he wants a creator app. Now, for me, what this is actually one of the primary things that I'm working on. It's actually the reason that I developed the human operating system, which was to create a standardized code of consciousness. That's not true. It's just effective. It just makes it so that each of us knows how to tap into ourselves, how to let go of everything so we can come back to center, so that we can stabilize this as our primary way of being, as our default way of being, so that we can then be connected to the world and find out what our purpose is and be in that. In that state of purpose, learning is incredibly rapid and powerful. That's the place that we install new behaviors and any kind of behavioral software that you're interested in. So to do that, I've actually been working on an installer app. Now, the installer app makes it so that all the work of the installation is already done, and all you need to do as someone who wants to deliver a new app to the world is come up with what that app is. So take something that you're a natural at, that you're a master, an expert at, and you stick that in to the installer, and it shunts right into the user's system, and they become proficient in it quickly, easily, effectively. So I'm very excited for that. We're still, months from even beta testing that. The people who are going to be part of the new site, you'll get, some teasers of that soon enough, which is going to be cool, and we're going to have you, test it out and try it. But even sooner than that, today, I promised I was going to be putting out some cool stuff, and so in a minute, I'm going to go record an audio that by the time you see this video is already done, and it will be right below. And that audio file is actually going to give you an experience of one of the core components that makes that installation technology work. Because what I want you to be able to do, and what the installer software will eventually help you do effectively, is to be able to go into a state of deep and profound learning where when you learn, it's going into the core of who you are. It's being integrated into every domain of your life and into your muscles, into the way that you move, you think, you believe, all of that stuff. To do that, you need to be a little bit proficient in moving your state around. So one of the first things that you're going to learn how to do is go into a state of deep trance. Now, one of the problems that most people have is that they don't trust other people, and based on the current behavior of a lot of people, that's totally understandable. So this is going to be all self-run by you, and the audio file that you're going to check out, I'm going to introduce you to one of the components that makes it so that you'll be able to go into states. I want you to be able to know that you can shift your state, right? People, another thing they worry about is like, if someone can put me in hypnosis, then they can control me. But the truth is, if you can't move your own state of consciousness from one to, another, even if it's just from like regular to relaxed, then you're totally out of control as it is. So this is going to teach you a simple and powerful way of beginning to guide and control your own states of consciousness so that you can shift them effectively. Okay? Now, the only thing with this is that I need your help and your permission to do it, because you're going to have to go for the ride. But really, the only permission you need is from yourself, because no one's really there. I'm not really there. You can use the trance for whatever you want. And I've even made it separate from this video, so you don't have to watch me yammering on for 10 minutes. You just go to that, and you can use it anytime you want. You can even download it. The thing that I'm going to be doing in it is mostly an elicitation, which means helping you get into the trance. And what you do with that trance, that's called utilization, what you use it for, is up to you. And I'm not really designing it for you to use it for a whole lot of stuff. It's not going to be a lot of time to do it. But if you want something, you just stick it in. When you go into a deep part of the trance, you go, like this, I would like to feel really good, and I know I'm getting healthier every day, or happier, or have more energy. And then when you come back out, that's in at the base levels of who you are. Now, one last thing is that this is about learning to trust yourself. So as you do this, just go for the ride. If you're uncomfortable doing it with other people around, do it in the privacy of your own home. Once you have it down and you trust that you can do it with or without the audio, go teach somebody else how to do it. Whether you do it with them, whether you share the audio, or whether you teach them how to do it themselves, it's a really cool thing to know how to do. And when you have the ability to go in, then you can utilize it for virtually anything, and it will work, and it's very powerful and very effective. That's it for this video. Check out the audio, give yourself a little time, and enjoy the ride, because it's all about having the actual experience. You want to do this a bunch of times so that you get effective at doing it. This is some of the technology that the human operating system is being built on, and it's simple, but it's going to rock you. All right, this is Devin. I'll talk to you soon.